Alright traders, Kayong here from Alpha Play, Chief Currency Strategist. This is another video where we share with you our trade review for the week as well as some potential setups that you can monitor for tonight's NFP. Alright, so before we go into the market potential setups, I'd like to walk you through some of the trades that we take and then use this as some opportunity to share with you certain educational insights into trading itself. Alright, so if you look at the events calendar for this week, the week started pretty slow, simply because most of the traders know that the main bulk or the highlight of the week happened today, which is Friday. Alright, so it was a pretty slow start for the week, coupled with Monday is the UK holiday, alright, the UK bank's holiday. So the overall market has been slow. Alright, so in that way, we didn't take much trade except for yesterday, right? I did some intraday trades, and I like to walk you through the thought process as well as the outcome of this 3 trades that I've taken. Alright, so let me walk you through the 3 trades, and I would like to focus on this particular news event, which is on 10 p.m. Singapore time. Alright, it's the US ISM manufacturing PMI. The previous data was 52.6, the estimates was 52, but the actual came in below 50. Alright, so if you are not familiar with this data, click onto this and give a good read to understand what is the importance of this data. But basically, if the actual comes in is less than 50, it means that the industry is in a contraction phase, alright? And that is pretty crucial because traders are expecting the economic data to be supportive of a hawkish Fed, but this ISM manufacturing PMI came in less than 50. Alright, so there's a pretty quick sell-off in the dollar as of last night, and I would like to walk you through what happened in the market and how do we take opportunity of this. Alright, the first trade I would like to walk you through is US Canadian. Alright, of course 15 minutes is not my trading time frame, but I do trade on the 1 hour chart. Alright, what I identified before the news was released, what I identified was that there's already a divergence, alright, and price seems to be printing a double top. Right, and this candle over here, right, let me just bring you to that candle. This candle over here was the close of 10 p.m. Right, and the next candle was the release of the data. Right, and I would like to share with you that how I'm able to take opportunity on this trade itself is actually a lot of prep work before the news was released, right? So I don't, on my call and then at 10 p.m. I decided to look at the news events and then I just enter a trade. But there are prep work being done before we take that trade. Right, so the prep work here is that I have already identified that there's a potential divergence setting up. Alright, and of course the pre-planned work here is if the news data come in is negative. Alright, I'll enter a short right at the market price, and then I'll write for a quick 20 to 30 pips profit. Alright, so I'd like to bring you down to the 15 minutes so you can see what's happening in terms of price action itself. Alright, so over here, right, again, this is the close. Alright, this is the close of the 10 p.m. day, 10 p.m. candle, and after that, that's what happened over here. Right, so straight away, I already prepared myself mentally. Right, if the news comes in negative, I'll short the market, writing for a 20 to 30 pips profit. Alright, so I managed to catch about 26 pips on this trade itself, and because I'm riding on an intraday setup. Alright, so I didn't hold my trade overnight. I simply put my take profit. Alright, right at the previous structure over here. Alright, as you can see, the TP was over here. Alright, so this is a very good and quick trade in a way. It takes less than 30 minutes for me to get out of it with some profits. Alright, I would like to walk you through another trade that I took, which is Aussie Canadian. Alright, this one I entered before the 10 p.m. news was released. Alright, on a 1 hour time frame, basically I entered this trade simply because we have an advanced pattern setting up, complete at the 127. Alright, and I see a nice 1 hour close in terms of a bearish candle. Alright, this one. Alright, so once the candle closed, I entered, and immediately we see a huge bearish candle engulfing the previous few candles. Alright, and because of that, as part of risk management, as part of trade management, I shifted my stop loss to break even. And after that, when the news came in, AUDCAD actually right back up. Alright, so I exited this trade almost at with a very small profit, so it's actually a break-even trade. And I would like to walk you through the other trades. Alright, so this is the break-even trade, and the last trade that I took yesterday was on the S&P 500. Alright, again I'll walk you through why I took this trade. Basically, again on H1. Alright, what I identified is over here. Alright, price form a low, and then it forms a lower low. Alright, and when there's a retracement back towards the previous structure over here, alright, if I draw in the horizontal line, you can see is a pretty nice structure in a way. This is a resistance, support. Alright, so we see a nice rejection over here, plus a bearish engulfing candle. Alright, so I entered after this candle has been closed somewhere around here, and what happened was price break a lower low. Alright, in terms of this structure itself, and just before the news, alright, for the 10 p.m. US ISM manufacturing index, before the news came out, I shifted to break even, and you can see that price retraces, alright, stop me out almost at the point before it rolled over. Alright, so a lot of times, traders who just start out trading will then, blaming for themselves of shifting stop loss, etc. Into break even, you could have captured this entire profit. Alright, which is almost close to 900 points. And then, I got out at zero profit, etc., etc. Right, but what I'll walk you through is follow to your plan. Alright, if your plan is more defensive in a way that you want to protect your capital, protect your risk. Alright, you're more defensive kind of trader, follow according to your plan, because if your plan state that before a risk event is being released, if you are able to protect your capital, do so. You need to follow the plan. If this is a profitable trade, yes, but if you look at Aussie Canadian, alright, after that price rally even higher, and if I didn't shift my stop loss to break even, I would have blamed myself. Oh, how come I should have done that. I should have just get out at break even instead of having a loss of this trade itself. Alright, so a lot of times when you are in a trade, alright, your decision has to be quick, has to be pre-planned, has to be very rational, right? And that's why the importance of having a trade plan is super important, because when you are trading, you are simply following a plan. You are no longer thinking, alright, you are no longer making any new decision when you are in a trade, but simply following your plan itself. Alright, so for yesterday, we took 3 trades, 2 of it break even, and 1 of it we have a nice take profit over here. Alright, so that's about it for the trade review. Let's go to some potential setups. Alright, so if you look at the event calendars for today, Friday, alright, the highlight of it will be coming around 8:30, alright, where we have average hourly earnings as well as non-farm payroll. Alright, the NFP itself. Okay, it's one of the most important data for the US, alright, and we do expect certain volatility coming into the market when this data is being released. Alright, so there are a few ways that you can actually take opportunity of this kind of events. Basically, some traders trade the breakout, straddle strategies. Some traders wait for the news to release and then look at the price action before taking any trades. Right, so there's no right or wrong, but once again, following your plan is the important thing. So let me walk you through some of the potential setups that I'm monitoring. Right, doesn't mean that I will enter the trade straight away at those particular levels. There are key areas which I'm interested should price action comes into that area and give me a nice rejection, either a pin bar or an engulfing pattern. Alright, so start off with euro dollar. Alright, we are seeing that price yesterday negative US data, right, has pushed price up. So what we are looking out for, the key area that I'm eyeing is over here. Alright, we have a 61.8 Fibonacci retracement. If you look left, you have some structure over here as well. And this is the area that I'm interested at if price comes back up. It's at the 1.1250 region. Alright, so between this boundary itself is about 12 pips. Alright, that's for euro dollar. Alright, if price comes back up, they'll be looking for a short opportunity. For pound dollar, alright, yesterday UK data came in pretty positive. Alright, so that's where we see this bullish candle, and what I'm looking out for is if I pull in my fib. Alright, a confluence of 61.8, some previous structure over here. The area I'm interested at is at 1.3150, alright, around that region as well. It's about 30 pips range. Alright, so should price comes back down, printing a very nice rejection of this area, that will be a trade that I'll be looking to take. Dollar yen similar, almost similar to pound dollar. Alright, again, a fib confluence of 786, retracement with some structure over here. Alright, area of interest is 102.2 region. Alright, again, it's about 20 pips region. Alright, 102.2, that will be the area that I'm interested at for for dollar yen. Alright, Aussie dollar, we do have a pattern, alright, that is completed, I would say, alright, close to completion. Alright, the area of interest is actually at 127 to 1.414 Fibonacci extension. Alright, the area is about 7560. Alright, so it's very close to completion. For this particular setup, I won't be taking it even if it prints a nice price action rejection of this area, simply because of Friday NFP. Alright, later on we have the NFP data, so I won't be taking this trade. Alright, my approach over here is wait for the data to be released and then I'll trade post data instead of riding into it itself. Kiwi dollar, we have nothing. Dollar CAD, alright, after yesterday divergence, the next area that I'm interested at would actually be over here. Alright, a confluence of 61.8 with the structure level over here, right? You can see resistance, break of resistance, turn support should it come back down. Alright, price level is about 1.2950. Alright, that's the area that I'll be looking out for a potential long entry for USDCAD. Alright, Euro Pound, if you look at the chart, is breaking lower low and forming lower highs. So I'm waiting for a retracement back towards the previous structure with a Fibonacci confluence of 61.8. Price level would be around the 0.85 even handle. Alright, it's a very nice psychological level as well. So if price comes up, we'll look for a short opportunity. Euro yen, alright, or most of the yen pairs, you'll be seeing a similar setup. Breaking of new high and forming new low. What we have over here is a confluence of 61.8 Fibonacci, and you look left, this is a previous structure high that has been breached. So a retracement back towards this area of 114.6 will be an area where we'll be looking for a long opportunity. Alright, very similar to the pound yen as well. Alright, almost all yen are making new highs as of now. The area of interest, alright, would be around the 135.4 to 135.65. Alright, it's about 25 pip range. Should price comes back down towards this region, we do have a pattern, an advanced pattern completion, alright, exactly at the 88.6. Right, this is for you. Pound yen, Aussie CAD, we have nothing as of now. Alright, after yesterday trade, we have nothing as of now. Aussie Kiwi as well, nothing much. Euro AUD, alright, what's happening over here is in a huge range environment. Alright, and we do have an advanced pattern forming over here with a completion at the 127 extension. That is at 1.47. Alright, so it's very close to an even number as well, 1.47. So we do have some confluence happening over here. Alright, so if price comes down towards this area, we'll be looking for a long opportunity. EuroCAD, similar, we do have an advanced pattern forming. Alright, but we need to wait for price to retrace back towards this 786 region, which is 1.46. Again, it's a very strong psychological even number over here. Alright, Kiwi CAD, similar again. If you look at those three pairs, they are all Euro or Euro CAD, Kiwi CAD. They are pretty similar in terms of the commodities, currencies, and therefore the setup will be pretty similar. So when you take this kind of trades, alright, you want to ensure that your risk exposure is also being controlled, so that when one trade turns against you, you don't have too huge a capital in the drawdown itself. So this particular setup, the area of interest we are looking at is at 0.9440. Alright, so that will be a completion of a sharp pattern. Gold, nothing much. Oil, alright, continue to break new low. So we are waiting for a simple structure trade. Should price comes back up towards the 786 in confluence with our previous structure over here, our previous low. Alright, in terms of price level, the area will be around 44.60. Alright. The next few will be German DAX. Alright, looking over here, we do have a potential advanced pattern completion at the 88.6. If you look left, we do have some structure as well. So resistance, resistance, turn support, support, support. Alright, so if price comes back down to this area, around the 104.60, then we'll be looking for a long opportunity. All right. For S&P, we do not have anything as of now. Right. Let me go back to my time frame. S&P, we do not have much as of now. All right. So we do have many areas that we can keep an eye on for tonight's NFP. Alright, but before that, I won't be trading. So I'll be simply waiting for the data to be released before I take any trades on all these areas that I've identified. Alright, so as I shared with you at the start of the video, most of the trade actually happens pre-event. Basically, it's a lot of prep work before it. Thinking through, preparing your trade plan, thinking of various scenarios. If price do this, what are you going to do? If price does that, how are you going to respond to it, and etc. Alright, so that's trading to you. It's not really just sitting in your com, open up your computer and then decide to click a few buttons and then you make money out of it. Right, but basically it's really about planning of it, and then when the opportunity strikes, you take full opportunity, in profiting from it. Alright, so again, I hope this video, give you some insights and some glimpse into, what we do on a daily basis when we prepare ourselves to trade the market. And if you do have any, feedback or any questions you would like to clarify, feel free to drop them in the comment section below this video. And with that, trade according to your plan, manage your risks, and I'll see you next week.